So welcome to the Ask the Angels Angel Oracle Card Masterclass. I'm Rachel Scoltock, Angel Medium, and over the next 90 minutes I'm going to guide you through some secrets, tips that professional psychics and angel mediums use in order to get those accurate, clear, meaningful and detailed messages. We're done with airy fairy vague, aren't we? Right? We don't want the airy fairy vague messages. We want something clear. And I want to introduce you to these steps because they're what makes the difference between someone being an amateur and getting those wishy-washy messages and doubting themselves in their intuition. You know, a lot of that wishy-washiness comes from doubt and second guessing, and we don't realize when we second guess, we're actually pushing our angels away. You know, they're saying, here's the message, and we're like, oh, that can't be it, and we push it away. So the difference between fully trusting in your angels and how that opens you up to receive these loud and clear, bright, accurate, detailed messages, and getting away from that doubt and keeping ourselves small and fearful. So whether you want to learn these techniques or review these techniques, I can see Barb and some others here from our angel communication program to develop for yourself, or whether you're looking or you already have a spiritual business where you want to serve your clients at a higher level, and to be able to give accurate, meaningful readings for yourself and others. So let me know in the comments, what's your intention? Is it that you want to develop your own psychic abilities and deeper connection with your angels for your own journey? Or do you have both intentions to serve and help and assist others as well? And look, you're welcome no matter who you are, because sometimes the angels will guide us to something and we don't know why we're there, right? We're like, I just feel attracted to it and I don't know where it's leading me. I know that, sorry, I've got hair somewhere. I know that happened to me when I first started. I was standing in, classes and sitting in rooms going, why am I here? But it eventually led to me opening my own spiritual business, which when I first opened my business, giving angel readings, angel energy healing, Reiki, and guided meditations and all the rest to clients. It was called Beautiful Soul Healing, and that's still my official business name, Beautiful Soul Healing. But I had no idea when I first started out. I was just drawn and guided step by step. And looking back, I can see now that the angels were leading me. But at the time, I was just following my heart, what excited me. And, I had that intention at the time because I was really searching, like, what am I here to do? And the angels brought me to this. So here I am 22 years later. I started that business in September 22 years ago. And 22 years later, this has always been my full-time professional job. I've never had an income from anywhere else or anyone else. I don't have a partner paying my bills, as I'm sure many of you don't either. It doesn't matter if you do or you don't, but I'm just saying that this is a career for me. This is something that you can do to support you, or you can just do it to be a support for you emotionally and energetically. So let me look at what some of you have to say. Welcome. Hi, Jackie. Further develop my connection with the angels and communicate with them more clearly. Yes, absolutely. Beautiful. You'll definitely get some of that today. Deeper connection for Maureen from Canada. Yeah. Christina, deeper connection for myself, wondering if it's possible to use this to connect with angels surrounding animals. Yes, it is, Christina. Definitely, because our animals have angels, and animals are angels, I think, sometimes for us, aren't they? They're angels on earth, but they definitely have angels, and you can heal and help animals with the help of the angels. Two particular angels to call on for animals: Archangel Raphael, who's a well-known healing angel for humans, but is also heals pets, and Archangel Ariel, who is the angel of abundance, but is also the angel of wild animals, or all animals really, but She also can help you with your animals. And I always call on St. Francis of Assisi. He's not an angel, but he's definitely a higher being of light when the animals need help. So yes, the angels will guide you in that sense. So it doesn't matter if you're really clear on your intention or not, as I said before. So I'm seeing faces now. So as you're here doing this today, what we're going to do is take you through a process. Now, obviously, in a 90-minute class, I can't give you the full training for becoming an angel communication practitioner and a professional, but I can definitely help you sharpen your readings and introduce you to this subject. And as you know, this class is going to be packed with value. So I hope you've got your angel cards with you, and I hope you've got a notebook and pen for the insights and the inspiration that the angels are going to give you. And so I'm always, concerned that I'm giving you exactly what you need, and you're going to love the tips. I'll introduce you to the agenda in a second with what we're going to go through. But it's also part of the launch for my Angel Communication Practitioner program, which is my certification program, training you to become a professional, to learn how to deepen your connection with the angels, to link into the angelic realm, fully open and develop your psychic abilities, give you the confidence to trust in your angels and your own intuitive abilities, to release the blocks and fears that have been standing in your way in life and also have been blocking your connection. And we also do an angel healing technique to help you help yourself and others to clear blocks and energy. Goodness knows we need that at the moment, don't we? And energy is so positive in here right now. And energy protection for practitioners and sensitives. Lots of information that will help you to focus on being able to communicate, to hear, see, feel, and know your angels are with you and what their messages are. So this is a taster class from my Angel Communication Practitioner. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for your comment. So let me just share my screen. We're going to do an energy practice a little bit later to clear your energy, but I'm going to take you through a protection. I always protect my sessions whenever I work with spiritual subjects and in groups. We've always got to make sure that the energy is high frequency, positive, filled with angelic energy, and angels are the security guards of the angelic realm. Did you know that? Of the spiritual realm. When we have angels with us, they act as a repellent for lower negative energies, whether that's people with low intentions, whether that's spiritual energies that are a bit off, whether that is our own negativity and ego. The angels naturally uplift, and because they are pure love and light, they repel negative, low vibrational energy, and they're able to transmute that energy, which means completely remove it and turn it into something positive. So if ever you're struggling or you feel like you're in a negative situation, call on the angels, Archangel Michael in particular, to protect you and to shift the energy to a higher vibration. And of course, he can help you. He'll rescue you in times of need, and whether the threat is spiritual or physical or emotional. So in a second, we're going to do an invocation and protection for the session. And but don't worry, because I did it before you came in anyway. Who here is highly sensitive or finds himself being sensitive to energy and able to feel, even absorb other people's energy? Let me know in the chat if that sounds like you, if you're a person who, as you become more aware and more spiritually connected and you awaken to your spirituality, you will notice that you naturally become more sensitive. And that's why energy protection is such an important part of this journey, because when we're dealing with opening up our psychic channels, that is going to make you more sensitive, right? Because you're open. And so we want to always make sure that the energy is secure, grounded, and protected before we do anything like that. That's ethics, that's boundaries, that's, you know, good energy hygiene and good practice when it comes to this work, whether you intend to do it professionally or not. I've actually written a book. If you notice, I always have my books behind me. I wrote this about 15 years ago, Loving Your Sensitive Self, which is full of methods to protect your energy and teaches you about your energy. So what we're going through today is an introduction to giving professional level, clear and detailed angel oracle card readings for yourself or others and others. So this is so that you're getting more detailed messages and that you're getting the angel message, not something comes out of your mind and not what's written on the little booklet. I'm going to make you put the booklet away. We're going to ride our bikes without stabilizers today. I'm going to show you some steps to receiving those accurate readings from your angel oracle cards every time. Let me know in the comments if you've been using angel oracle cards for a while or if you're brand new to this, so that whether you're reading for yourself or others, you're getting a clear message and you're not having to go back to that deck every single time, right? How many people do that? It's like, I might ask again. I might put those cards back in and ask ask them again, because we're not trusting what we're getting or we're confused about what we're getting. So we're going to eliminate that with the practices that I teach you here and in my angel communication program. I'm going to guide you through a guidance reading so that you can get a message today in this class. And I'll introduce you to the Angel Communication Practitioner training and what that is all about. And I've got a really beautiful offer for you to save big on if you're looking to join Angel Communication Practitioner training this month. So we start October 22nd with the first of the live calls. And when you book in, you get access to module 1 straight away. So we've got a live element where I teach you monthly. You come and get to spend time with me just like this at this time slot. And we also have a pre-recorded videos and audios and downloadable printable PDFs so that you can absorb the information and do it at your own pace. So that's what this session is all about. Jackie found her oracle cards last month and you've been using them. Good. This will be a good refresher for you then. Maureen's been using them for a long time. Yeah. Lovely. Kurt, can you completely empty the waiting room, please? Not have it be a waiting room. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. So we're going to start right now. Hello to everybody who's coming in now. Kelly uses her cards every day. All right, we're going to start right now with a invocation for the angels and protection, and then we're going to dive straight into the information that I've got for you today. I've been teaching this subject for 22 years. I've been an angel medium for 22 years, giving professional readings and teaching angel communication practices and techniques and certification training. I am an energy healer, working with the angels as my guides and as a channel for the angels. And obviously I'm an author and a spiritual teacher as well. So I feel like I'm qualified now to teach this. And I've got lots of experience under my belt about the do's and don'ts. And I've made lots of mistakes over my lifetime building my spiritual business. And so I've got a wealth of wisdom to share with you so that you can take the shortcuts and you can learn from what I've learned. So welcome everybody. Are you ready now to do a quick connect in? Let's bring the energy into calmness and bring the angels in. All right. So with your arms and legs uncrossed, your feet flat to the floor, or if you're lying down, Uncross your ankles for me. Have your palms facing upwards and resting gently wherever feels most comfortable. And take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and exhale. And just send some gratitude out to the universe. Isn't it wonderful that we get to gather to connect with the angels, to create peace and harmony and get some guidance and protection? And on the next deep breath, I want you to become aware of a beautiful beam of white light streaming down from above your body and surrounding you entirely from head to toe. You're completely enveloped in this beautiful white light of the divine. As this light washes over you, it gently cleanses your aura, dissolving lower energies, any clutter, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. Gently uplifting your vibration and bringing you into conscious contact with your divine self, your soul. As you breathe in and out, just consciously make an intention to let go of any lower energies, worries, anxieties, stress, distraction. And exhale. Divine energy comes from the source, God, the universe, whatever your name, for the divine creator. And it's the same energy that the angels carry. So every time you breathe out some stress or tension, it's replaced by this bright white light of the divine. Beautiful. You should be feeling more connected right now as we ask for and invite the presence of divine spirit, and we ask for and invite the presence of the divine angels, starting with Archangel Michael and his band of mercy angels, the angels who protect and clear. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your presence, and thank you for providing a huge dome of purple and blue light over this session, virtually, physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally, and in all ways. Surrounding every person gathered here, both live and in the replay, making that beautiful protective shield go over our heads, under our feet, and all around us on every side, impenetrable to any negative energy. Let all negative, fear-based and lower energies that are released during this session go immediately up and out of the dome of light to be transmuted, to be cleared away, to not stay in our energy, in our consciousness, in our space. And let all the energy for this session come from the divine source and not from our personal energy. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting this session, keeping it clean and clear, and for transmuting and moving around our space to remove anything that might be a block or bringing our energy down. So take some deep breaths, and if there's something happening in your life right now that feels like a block or a challenge or a stress for you, just imagine Archangel Michael and his helping team of angels gathering up those stresses and worries and concerns and putting them into bubbles. And as they put them into bubbles, they surround them with love and they carry them up and out of the room. And so you can rest and relax knowing that your challenges are being held by the angels and being resolved. Healing energies being sent. There's a guidance path being created to help you. And you can rest in faith. So this works to the point that you're willing to let go. So open up your frame a bit and your heart, and just let the angels take it. Surrender. If you've got any anxieties about joining this session, beautiful. And as soon as you let go, angels start to work on your issues for you. And they take all of the heaviness away. Beautiful. So now Archangel Michael has protected us collectively. You can now allow him to protect you individually. So you might have already felt him do that for you, but just your free will is important here. Thank you for our individual protection, Archangel Michael. So he's putting a dome over your aura, under your feet, over your head, either side, front and behind. Thank you for protecting me, Archangel Michael, today and all days. And we ask for and invite the presence of the other archangels, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Raziel, Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Metatron. And if there's a special angel that you like or you work with, you can call on that angel to be with you for this session. I'm seeing all of the archangels trailing in. I'm seeing Jeremiah, Ariel, Archangel Ariel, all gathering around us. And we ask for our guardian angels to step forward. So your guardian angels are always behind your shoulders. They're never in the spotlight, the guardian angels, and we can ask them to step from behind you right now, to stand beside you, to assist you with today's class. I'm still seeing a lot of energy bubbles going out of the room. And breathe. So we thank the angels gathered and Divine Spirit for being our guides, teachers, protectors, and healers during this session. Thank you for helping everybody to receive clear messages, to open up intuitively and psychically, to know and to be confident and have faith in their angels, to be able to see, sense, know, hear, and understand their messages, their signs, and their guidance. Gathered angels, we thank you so much for bringing us together for this session, to learn expert tips, to be able to connect with you, to receive clear, detailed messages and guidance for the highest good of all and according to divine will. And so it is. So now I just want you to set your intentions. You know, what is it that you would like to receive? Now we have the angels with us. The energy is really powerful. Angels, please help me. Beautiful. And we're just going to quickly ground. I can feel as the energy has gotten higher, a few people are floating like balloons. So just take your attention to the base of your spine, and right at the bottom of your spine, there's a red energy center, like a red orb. And that's your base chakra. And just breathe some of the white light into your base chakra. We've got some healers in the room. I can feel the healing energy radiating. And as your base chakra glows with red light, I want you to imagine that energetic tree roots, like roots come out, red roots from your base chakra, and they travel down your legs, through your feet, and into the floor, wherever you are right now. And then you're going to intentionally send those energetic tree roots into the earth underneath the building. So wherever you are, doesn't matter what floor you're on, the roots will flow down into Mother Earth. And imagine a red crystal in the center of the earth with your name written on it. And you're going to wrap your energy roots around that crystal 3 times. And sometimes it helps to say your own name. And breathe and feel the earth energy pulsing back up through the roots into your feet, up into the legs and the base, and mingling with the white light. You're grounded to Mother Earth, you're connected to Source, you are surrounded and protected by angels, and so we're ready to begin. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. That was truly lovely to connect in that way. How are you feeling? Let me know. I'm just going to have a little drink of water. Sorry about the gulping. Impossible to drink water without gulping. Doesn't that feel calmer when the angels came in? Even though the energy vibration goes up, everything feels calmer, especially when we are grounded. All right. Now I'm just going to open up again. So one thing that you can do is get your angel oracle cards out of the box. Take them out of the box. And I want you to leave the little booklet in the box. Because what kind of teacher would I be if I was giving you oracle card instruction and I was teaching you to read the words? We don't want to do that, do we? Kelly's feeling warm hands placed on yours while your palms were up. Wow, that's beautiful. Are you a healer, Kelly? Felt more at peace. That's very much a thing that angels do, by the way, is that they will hold our hands, they'll hold our shoulders, sometimes your face, or they stroke your hair. Feel more at peace, Jackie? A little more peaceful. That's really good. Is your name VIP or is it VIP? A Reiki master, there you go. So we've got lots of intuitives and healers on the line. Yeah, there you go, Tonya. You felt the warmth on your shoulders. Carly! Hi, Carly. All right. I'm excited to get started. So we'll talk about the angel card readings and how to get detail for those of you that came in afterwards. The steps to receiving more accurate messages every single time you use your cards. We're going to practice the card reading, and we'll talk a little bit about the bonus offer for the Angel Communication Practitioner Program. So let's talk about what it's like to learn and completely embrace what you're going to learn today. The difference between an angel guided reading and an ego guided reading. Now, all of us have ego. Like, none of us gets away with being born on earth without an ego, right? There's no avatars here. Our angels visit us temporarily in a human type body sometimes, but they don't stay for long. So ego is really the thing that we need to push out of the way for when we're getting those clear, accurate, meaningful readings. You know, let me know, are you someone who would love to hear the voice of your angels, or you'd like to see an angel, or you would like to have that full feeling of the angels around you? You're already getting there, right? So the ego interferes and it makes us second guess, it makes us doubt what we're getting. It makes us go into fear and think worst case scenarios, and we get negative answers. That's not the angel speaking to you. That's your ego speaking to you. Temporarily, your ego, it's like a black cloud sitting over the top of your head, acting as a fear-based filter and blocking your energy. And that can come from your own inner fears and worries, your own doubts, low self-esteem, low self-worth, negative habits such as eating, toxic foods, or drinking things that aren't good for us, or being in negative environments. We can even pick up egoic energy from other people, right? Are you someone who absorbs other people's fear? That's why energy protection is so important. So when we're getting an angel reading, the angels are giving us the message. We're not reading it from the words on the card, and we're not getting it from our ego. You fully trust it. You trust what you're getting, and you fully receive what you're getting. You're trusting your own ability to receive it, and you're trusting your angels and what you hear them say. And hearing is my word that covers whether you're sensing it, whether it comes in through claircognizance through your mind. They can drop it into our thoughts. We can get a feeling and a knowing at the same time. We can hear it. We might hear like a voice in our head or externally. Or we might see it, get a vision of what we need to know. You trust that. And with ego, you have a lack of trust. You let doubt and fear and anxiety and worry and questioning take over. With an angel-guided reading, you're allowing your intuitive channels, claircognizance, clear knowing, clairsentience, clear feeling, the empaths, clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing. You're allowing those channels to receive the message. That's what psychic development is that we're cleaning up. If you imagine we're polishing the windows of your soul so that you can more clearly get those answers. That's what we do inside the Angel Communication Program, so that the message comes in without any baggage, without any kind of little gremlins of fear attached to it. And without your ego or other people's opinions and fears, all of that. Whereas when we're not tuning into the angels for the message, we tend to go to our analytical mind or our fear ego mind for the answer. So we're trying to figure it out, like we're thinking, we're using that part of our mind, and we're almost programmed to do that, aren't we? From when we go to school, particularly in Australia and America and the UK and Europe, it's all about learning the written thing. And so we're reading on our phones constantly, aren't we? We're getting information overload. And with this, we're moving towards the more intuitive message rather than the analytical message. With angel-guided readings, it's clear, it's sharp, but it's meaningful. It's relevant to what you are asking. It's giving you actionable guidance. It's something you can do. And I don't know about you, let me know in the comments if you're like this. If I know what to do, I'm happy. I'm like, I've got a problem, or I've got something I want to achieve in life. I just want to know how to get there. And that's how our angels help us. Lots of people dismiss angels and think that they're just kind of floaty, fluffy beings floating around us. Angels are immensely practical, funny, they're hilarious, they have a sense of humor, and supportive. They can give you guidance that actually helps you to get where you're going quickly. And I know there's some people here that know that. So that's an angel guided reading. If you get actionable guidance and it's accurate, relevant, and it's the answer you've been looking for, and it's not vague, wishy-washy, confusing, hit and miss, kind of weird and random and out there, that's ego. The wishy-washy, vague, confusing means that the ego has gotten involved. You're not tapped in and tuned in to the right channels. Angel guided readings are supportive and uplifting, loving, and you know what to do afterwards. You don't have to pick up that deck and go again. You don't have to keep asking. You've got the answer. Whereas the ego reading is more, you can feel uneasy, you can feel incomplete, you feel unsure of the next step. Now there is a small print here, is that angel readings, angel messages come one step at a time. Lots of people tend to want the whole answer, like, I want to write and publish a book. What do I do, angels? Now, the angels aren't going to be able to give you in 3 cards all the steps. Can you imagine how many steps there are involved that you have to take? And also the synchronicity and the opportunities that are miraculous that the angels can help you with in order to go from 0 to a published book. But the angels can give you the first step. And that's where a lot of people get lost, because they're looking at the cards and expecting the full map, but they're only getting one step. But I really like that. even though I am impatient sometimes and I want to know now, I like that I'm given the first step because I can do the first step. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not going to get analysis paralysis and decision fatigue and go, oh, yeah, I've got to do all these things. The angels know that. They love us unconditionally. They're beings of love and light. They're not judgmental. They don't have an ego. They're not tapping their fingers and going, come on, hurry up. They're not rolling their eyes at you. It doesn't matter if it takes you a day or 10 years to get the guidance. They're still there for you. They're not going to get upset or annoyed with you. Doesn't that make you feel better? And they're taking you by the hand and guiding you step by step. So supporting, healing, loving, step-by-step messages and insights so that you know what to do. You get a sense of confidence. You can let go of your stress. What that last one is meant to say, you don't need to ask again. Not you don't need to ask. You do need to ask. The thing with angels is that the law of free will means that they can't intervene in our lives unless we ask. And we have to, yes, we can't just say, ask once, intervene in my life, angels, and then just give up and go, why aren't you guiding me? We have to ask for specific things that we want help with. And once we ask them, miracles can happen, synchronicity happens. The angels are working out the smoothest, easiest, peaceful path to where you're going immediately as soon as you ask. But if you don't ask, you tend to be, that's the ego, right? I want to be on my own. I'm dysfunctionally independent. I'm going to do this by myself. I don't need your help. If we don't ask, we don't get. And so when we're getting those ego-based readings, we are asking again and again and again from the cards because we haven't been getting the answer. We haven't been tapping into the angels for the answer. We've been trying to keep it here in our heads. Does that make sense? Or I hope this makes sense. Yeah, we just want to know what to do. And it empowers us, doesn't it? So our angels are always empowering us. They're never going to take your power away. You know, a lot of people, when it comes to psychic readings, think, they think, all right, tell me what to do, and I'm just going to do it. You know, or not tell me what to do. Tell me what's going to happen. Tell me, am I going to get married? Where is my soulmate? Where's the $1 million I've been asking for? Where is, you know, when is it going to happen? And they think that they're kind of floating down the river of life and they can't change what's going to happen. But the angels tell us not to do that. Don't ask, will it happen? Ask, what guidance do you have for me so I can manifest it? Angels help me to manifest this. And they love that. And then they give you steps because it's a co-creation. You're not a passenger and you're the one in the physical body. You're the one that has to do the things. They can't go to the job interview. They can't fill in the book proposal. They can't take the physical steps, but they can give you the guidance and they can line up the energy and they can help you stay on the positive frequency in order to attract the right energy for it to happen. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Kelly. So this is the process. Now, the process, I'm only going to give you some of this today because we'll run out of time. And, you know, as I said, Angel Communication Practitioner is a 4-month program. It's not loads of work and it's not loads of homework. It's fun, but I'm teaching you it over 4 months. And so in 90-minute session today, I can only give you some of these steps, but this is the professional reading process for getting those clear, accurate messages. And I know some of you here have had angel readings with me and you know what it's like to get an angel reading. So the first step is what we just did. Invoke the angels and protect your energy. Now let me know, why do we do that? Why do you think we have to invite the angels to our angel readings in order to make them more accurate, meaningful, and detailed? And why we have to protect our energy? Why do you think that is? And by the way, I've got loads of information about energy protection for practitioners, because when you're dealing with clients and people, you need next level energy protection. You need to be able to do that in a way that your energy is preserved and you're not giving of yourself, because you'll burn out pretty quick. And you know, if you're a coach, you're a counselor, you're a therapist, you're a Reiki practitioner, you need that energy protection. To prevent lower energy beings from interfering, says Tonya, absolutely, 100% spot on. So, and that lower energy doesn't have to be at lower level beings, although that's part of it. We want our answers from the angels. So we don't want to be asking great Uncle Fred, who's floating around in your ancestors, you know, because he's not going to give you the answer that perhaps you want. And we don't want any randoms coming in, but we also don't want our ego interfering. So protecting the energy immediately lifts your vibration into your higher self. Yeah, there's fear energy. Your client or the people in your house or in your workplace can be carrying a lot of their own fear. Look at the fear we can pick up from social media, from the news. So that energy is affecting us, right? It's all swirling around. And so when we protect our energy, we're not letting it in. And when we sit down to do a reading for somebody, we want our energy clear, free of distraction, as we're opening up to spirit and we want to be communicating with the angels. Spot on, Rita. Yes. So there's a process for that that's really, really important. And when your psychic channels are open, you do not want to be picking up on fear, right? It's like putting a newborn baby with no blankets around it outside, or leaving the front door of your house open, all the leaves and the bugs all come in. You want to be in a clear, pure bubble to be able to bring through messages. Angel communication is really a form of channeling. It's not like trance channeling, but you're opening up to high-level beings to speak to you. You have to open your psychic energy and link in to the angels. That's another part of the process. So once you're protected and you've invoked the angels, because they're the people you're talking to, you've protected, then it's safe for you to open your psychic energy and tap in to whomever you're communicating with. Now, that is a method that is my copyrighted method that I only teach in the Angel Communication Program, the opening up of your psychic energy. But I'm going to show you some methods today that help you to lift your frequency, that makes it a lot louder. You also have to prepare your cards. And for the same reasons as you talked about the energies, our cards are energetic tools. And so, yeah, they're pieces of cardboard, but with pretty pictures printed on them. But they're also energy tools because we decide that they are. That's the intention of them. That's why they've been made. And so we have to attune them to the angels for that same reason we talked about, getting the right message. We need to attune them to ourselves. And we have to cleanse them regularly. I cleanse my cards pretty much every week. You see me on the lives doing readings every week. I do readings for many clients in a week. So I'm using my cards a lot and I cleanse them. And if I've got my personal decks I don't use for public, I cleanse them regularly too. And you'll feel them. They'll get tired. They'll get kind of clogged. And that's important for a clear message. Kelly says, I'm thinking it's because they respect our free will and we have to invite them in to ask them. You're 100% correct, Kelly. Yes, spot on. They like us to ask them and they can't help us unless we ask. So the invocation part is also part of the free will. Once you've prepared your cards, we're going to do that in a second. You have to tune into your client's energy and the question that they're asking. Or if you're the client for yourself, you have to create a question. And there's a way to do that that makes it easier for the angels to answer. There's some questions they will not answer. You'll get zilch because you're asking the wrong kind of question in the wrong way. And there's some that will invoke a much more detailed answer. So we have to be careful because of free will. We have to be careful of what we're asking and how we're asking. And then we lay out the cards. Now I teach in ACP, I teach 4 different card layouts. In this tonight, I'm just going to show you one, which is the guidance reading. And then we tune in to receive the angel message, not the written message, as a professional. Now, sometimes if you've had a reading with me before, you'll know that I will, the minute I open up, I start, and because the angels have given me the message. So I'm going, blah, 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 and this and this and this, and you've got to do this, and I see this angel with you. And then I'll start with the cards, and often the cards will just be reiterating what they downloaded. And the more you practice with the card readings, the easier it'll be for you to get messages even without the cards. That's important to know. But the cards are beautiful. They're like a key in a lock. They're a way of opening up. It's like, here's the message, and the angels will point to certain things in the cards to get your attention. They will give you sometimes a message that seems completely different to the card, but the card is it's like the key opening it. They're magical. You tune in to receive the angel message, and you have to share it. You have to let it through, right? It comes to you, not from you. It comes to you, not from you. Share the guidance unedited, and then at the end of a reading, we psychically close down. And that doesn't mean we shut off like clams, but there is a way of just securing your energy again. So if you're going to the supermarket afterwards, or you're going to meet friends for lunch, you're not all wide open. We never want to be that. That's a myth about psychics. You know, people say to me, I go to different appointments, and if I tell people what I do, they'll often go, oh, who do you see around me? And I am now very boundaried with that. I'm like, oh, you have to book in with me to be able to get a message from me, because I don't want to be psychically open in the spa, in the hairdresser, you know, in the dentist. I might have mouth open. You know, we have to close down psychically, and we have to disconnect from our clients. So, you know, if you have a psychic reading, and then the next day the psychic rings you up and says, hey, I got another message for you, they're unethically tuning into you. I only tune into my client for the hour that they're with me, and then I disconnect, and I don't get another message for them until they book in again. That's good ethics, that's good hygiene, it's good practice. I don't want to be like a basket case with all these different messages coming in for different people. And it's actually, I would find that rude if somebody contacts me. Occasionally a random person will go, oh, I'm getting a message for you. I'm like, no, you're not, because I have a do not disturb sign hanging in my energy field. And I, you know, when I go to a psychic, which is very rare, but I've had people say to me, I actually can't get anything for you. And I'm like, oops, I forgot to tell my angels to take down the do not disturb sign. So we never want to be reading people without their permission. Wrong. It's very wrong. It's very unethical. So in today's session, I'm going to tell you how to get $400 off the training, but we'll get back to this later. Yeah, the do not disturb sign serves me well. All right, I'm going to show you how to clear your cards right now, Tonya. Thank you for being synced up. I love this group. Thank you for your interaction. All right, so to prepare for a reading, so now you need your cards out, and we're going to prepare your cards for a reading. So I always say a prayer before every reading that I do. But we'll do a prayer right now that's kind of like a general one for the cards. And you can adapt this prayer so you can take a screenshot. You can adapt this prayer for yourself before you do a reading. And always remember to use the client's name, because your name, you know, whether you've got the same Christian name as, or first name as other people, Christian name is such a, yeah. So say your name is Rachel. If someone is thinking of me and saying my name, that's a certain energy frequency. There's a certain energy signature that comes with that. All right. So take your cards right now and hold them. You can hold them to your heart, and just dear angels, it's my intention to use these cards to give myself and others, clear, accurate, meaningful, and healing messages from you. Take a deep breath. You're dedicating these cards, you're giving them the energy of the angels, not anything else. I now set aside my ego mind and allow your messages to come through unhindered by fear, control, or negativity. Remember, the angels only give us love. They don't give us negativity. I am willing and open to the guidance you provide according to divine will and the highest good. Amen. Deep breath. So we're setting aside our ego mind. We don't want judgment. We don't want bias. We don't want our opinion when we're giving a reading. We want the angel's energy, the angel message. And you're just letting the angels know that you're open to that. So now you want to hold your cards in, let me just stop share for a second. You want to hold your cards in the hand you don't write with. So your receptive hand, if you're an energy healer, you'll know all about this. So I write with my right hand. I was ambidextrous growing up, but I ended up right-handed. So hold your cards face down with the pretty pictures and the messages facing your palm. And I want you to hold your other hand, your power hand or your active hand, in a fist, just a gentle fist, don't squeeze it. And Rita, you'll get, this is a PDF inside the program. I know that you joined the program. So taking a big deep breath, and I want you to call on Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now to cleanse my card deck. Please fill my hand with divine healing light. And I want you to imagine your hand filling with light. You might even feel it. Now, Archangel Michael's energy is very warm. My hand is pulsing. Now that your hand is filled with light, whether you see it, sense it, or not, trust. I want you to knock on your cards. You can do it 3 times or just once. And then open your palm and send the light through the deck. Now, I do this often between every single reading I do, because I work with clients to get the energy clear. Now, if you're just doing readings for yourself, you don't have to do it every single time. See the light seeping through the deck. Now, there's lots of ways to cleanse the deck. You know, I sometimes, on a Friday night, I will put a crystal on, I don't think I've got a clear quartz here, but a crystal on the deck in its box and sit it on the windowsill to cleanse and purify while I'm resting. You can use sage, but I really like that because it's nice and quick, sending light through the deck. Now, what I'd like you to do is make a fan of the deck. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection will be a block for you if when it comes to spiritual work, because there's no such thing as perfection. It's an ego function. It's an ego made up story. So make an imperfect fan and place the deck facing you over your heart. And take a deep breath. And radiate your heart energy through. And just think about giving loving, supportive, meaningful, accurate angel messages using these cards, and fill them with love and compassion, because the angel's vibration is love and compassion. And we're attuning the cards to your energy now. They're your cards. Dear angels, thank you for working through me and with me. Thank you for giving me clear and accurate messages through these cards. Now, if you were doing a reading for somebody, imagine I'm an imaginary client, you might say, angels, thank you for working through me and with me, giving a reading to Mary today. Thank you for making it clear and accurate for exactly what she needs. Amen. So you're already connecting, right? And then, you know, the next client comes and you do it again. Angels, give me a clear, accurate meaning for whoever the next person is after you've disconnected from the person before. So another thing that I'll do now, if anyone here has a brand new deck, does anyone here have a brand new deck and you haven't used it yet? You need Carly. So they might be stuck together. So you really need to separate each card. Now I do this anyway on a Monday before I do any readings. I'll take my cards and I'll count them out individually. And so what you're doing is you're putting your energy on every card. I never give my clients I don't do in-person readings so much anymore, but I never give my clients the card deck. I don't need to do that because I can tap into their energy. I can tune in. I keep hold of my cards. So just count them out, whether they're brand new or not. This just gives them a little bit of a refresh, and you're kind of attuning to every single card. You can go real quick if you want to, but if you've got a brand new deck, they kind of tend to be all stuck together, and it's good to separate them, and then it's good to mush them up because they'll be in order, you know, and you don't want them in order. You want them well shuffled before you start using them. So, you know, if you've got an Angel Tarot deck, we're not learning to use the tarot meanings. You know, when you learn tarot, you learn the specific meanings of every card. We're getting the intuitive message. We're given the chance for the angels to talk to us through the cards. It's a means of communication, and our angels have that. All right, so once that's done, and if, like Carly, you've got a brand new deck, you really need to shuffle them good to get them all separated. You know, some card readers will put the cards all over their desk and kind of smush them about and then bring them back together. Do whatever feels best for you. So Kelly's got a new deck too. Are they stuck together? Because what you do before a reading is super important to how the reading goes. If you just get out of bed in the morning, or you come back from a day of work, or you come back from the supermarket, or you've just had an argument with someone and you pick up your cards and you start shuffling and you bring what kind of reading are you going to get? You know, you're not tuned in, you're perhaps in a state of stress, your mind will be elsewhere, your energy will be elsewhere, you haven't been thoughtful about it. It's really important that you revere this process and give it, you know, the energy it deserves, and give you the energy it deserves, for sure. All right. We're going good for time. I think we've got another half an hour. Good-o. We're getting into it. We'll get a message very shortly. Fun, yes? So important to remember that to get into the angel zone, we want to be in the angel zone, not still at work, not still in the supermarket, not still, you know, distracted or worried or fearful. So, and particularly if you're a professional, you know, is there anything worse than having an appointment with someone and you know they're distracted, like, you know that they're not there? So inviting their presence, which we've already talked about, and remembering that the angels are the guide. That's something I've noticed with teaching this over the years, that people kind of get amnesia about that just before when they pull a card. They're like, they switch out of the angel zone and into their heads. So we have to, so remembering the angels are the guides, protection and inviting intention, raising your spiritual frequency to connect with the angels, get out of your ego and into your higher self. So how do we get out of our ego and into our higher self? So being in your ego, we already know, is just going, you know, your ego is 100% not psychic at all, your ego. So if you find yourself in your ego, you know you're not going to be getting a good message. If you're thinking negative thoughts, if you're thinking, oh no, I can't do this, or and look, we have lots of things inside Angel Communication Program. We do healing sessions for mindset. We do healing sessions for beliefs and fears. We clear the energetic blocks. We clear out stuff from the past. We clear out the witch wounds and past life stuff because of the ego. We learn how to, I have a whole module dedicated to how to overcome the ego. So don't feel bad. It's so important that that's the energy that I give it inside the program. And that's the transformation part, because once people start overcoming their ego and their fears, life changes. Life changes, not just in this realm, but in the physical realm too. So switching out of your ego means that you're saying, I'm not going to be coming from that lower energy place, that fear. So a quick way of switching out of your ego is doing a meditation, is bringing down the white light and setting aside, being able to push your material life aside to be focused. And I'm so grateful for doing this work because, you know, you can imagine in 22 years, I've had some things happen. I've had breakups, I've had family dramas, I've had death in the family. I've lost my dear beloved dog, Bear. You know, some of the hardest things that I've been through. And I've had to work, right? But when I've worked, I've been able to work. You know, obviously I took time off when I've had loss, but I've been able to work because I've been able to be present and in the moment and connected with the angels. So I've been able to put aside fear, sadness, worry, pain in order to be present. And that's what this work teaches us to be present and to be connected spiritually, because we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. And so the spiritual part of us knows that we are safe, all is well, there is a spiritual solution. You know, even death is from a physical ego perspective, it's terrible. And from our physical perspective, of course, we've got to grieve, but spiritually we know we'll see them again one day, you know. So there's a shift that happens. So switching out of your ego into your higher self for a reading, you know, bring down the white light, call on the angels, put me into my higher self so that I can have perspective on what I'm asking instead of coming from the panic, fear, I've got to get this fixed. Years ago, when I did my very first public reading, I was at a psychic fair of all things. And I sat there and I was in so much anxiety and fear, like, what, you know. So we know we're in fear when doubt comes over us, when we're second guessing, we're questioning, what am I doing? Am I crazy? I can't do this. I must be the only person in this class that doesn't know how to do this. That's just your ego. It's the fear mind. It's the small self that doesn't remember who you really are at a soul level. And we have to shake that off. And the way that we do that is to raise our spiritual frequency. So let's get ready to do the reading. So I want you to come back into awareness of that white light surrounding you right now. So we're not asking a question yet, so we don't need to shuffle until we've got the question ready, but shuffling them to get them unstuck is a good idea, but we'll get to the reading part in a second. Right now we're in preparation to get in the angel zone. So come back into contact with that white light, beam of white light streaming around you. You're grounded, you know that the energy protection is there. And I want you to let's ask Archangel Michael to step in your aura with you. So see the white light channel. And Archangel Michael, please step into this field of energy with me. And imagine him standing behind you, slightly above you, wings outspread. Uncross your legs. Archangel Michael, thank you for switching me out of my ego and into my higher self. Now take your attention to the top of your head, and you have an energy center up here called the crown chakra. You're very protected right now. Archangel Michael is with you. I want you right now to imagine the crown chakra like a little flower, and you're going to open its petals, and it becomes like a funnel to receive the white light into your body. And this activates your higher self, and it allows the angels to speak to you. Now, we do a lot of work in ACP on clearing out those psychic intuitive channels, but right now you are intuitive, you are a light worker, you are connected. So we'll ask Archangel Michael to bring answers to you for what you need to know today. And he's going to use that crown chakra to deliver the answers. So take some deep breaths and imagine the white light just flowing into your body and making a pillar between the top of your head and the base of your spine. Breathe. You're like a satellite dish receiving information. Receive the light, receive the light, receive the light. Beautiful. All right. And affirm, I am willing and open to receiving the angel messages. I am willing and open to receive the angel messages. Now pick up your deck, and I want you to think of a question. What is it that you would like to ask the angels? Now your question needs to be for guidance, not shall I, will I, should I. We're not asking a yes, no, because angel oracle cards are not ideal for yes, no. And remember, the angels give us guidance. Angels tell us how to get where we're going. They're prescriptive, not predictive. We're not telling the future. We're not fortune tellers. Future's not written in stone. So what guidance would you like? What part of your life would you like guidance for? Think of a problem, an issue, something you want to manifest. Something that requires guidance. Angels, what guidance do you have for me? Or you can say, what is my next step for a certain situation? And when you've got a clear question, now, I have a whole PDF on questions, but just what guidance do you have for me is a good enough question for today. What guidance do you have for me? All right. And now you can start to shuffle, right? You've got the Archangel Michael's there with you. Your crown chakra is open. You've got a question. If you're struggling with a question, you can put it in the comments. And we're going to do a 3-card reading. So as you're shuffling, you want to be asking your question 3 times. All right. So I will. Archangel Michael, what guidance do you have for me? Oops, I just dropped my deck. That was clever. So that brings me to, if you have one card flip out like a kangaroo jumping or a jack in the box, that's a jumping card. If you drop cards, those are dropped cards. You just need to keep shuffling. So if you get a jumping card, a singular card flies out of the deck, you can put that aside and keep it there, and I'll tell you what to do with it in a second. But while you're shuffling, you need to be relaying the question to the angels, asking the angel, Archangel Michael in this case. Now, if you're not very good at shuffling, if this is your first time, you can use the cut method where you just move chunks of the cards around, right? If you're a bit more practiced, don't think you have to be like me. I've been doing this a long time, so I could do it in my sleep, I think, even though I dropped them just then. That was a distraction. But just move the cards around. What's important is the question, passing it on to the angels. Now, when you stop shuffling, my cards tend to stick together. They get chunky. But the other thing that might be that you just feel like stopping. There's no science to this. Just go with what feels right for you. As long as you've asked the question 3 times and you feel like you've shuffled, take a deep breath, and I want you to lay out 3 cards from left to right, face up in front of you. Card 1 to the left, card 2 in the center, card 3, image upwards to the right. So a 3-card reading. This is the angel guidance reading. So I've used a photo to show you the 3-card reading. Now, if you got a jumping card, a card flipped out, then you can place that above the middle card. So where the candle is in the image on your screen, you place the extra card. If you got 2 extra cards, well, place them above each other. So when a jumping card comes out, it's additional guidance. So we don't read reverse meanings in angel oracle card reading. So turn the card right way up if it's reversed. And what you can do as well, I'll come back to this screen in a second. I just want to open up a little bit to show you. Oops, there we go. So you should have 3 cards at least in front of you. What you can do to improve your intuitive practice is to cover up the words with the cards you're not using, as in ones left in the deck. And what that does is it immediately makes the image more obvious. And you can uncover the words later, but again, professional angel card readers aren't using the words. Sometimes a word or a part of the word might jump out at you. Now, yes, in my group readings, when I'm doing the, over 1,000 people a week watch those videos, I'm not reading for a specific person, so I'll use a combination of the words and the image. But in one-on-one readings, I'm listening, right, to the angels. So we want to get away from trying to drag our analytical, overthinking mind into the situation. And our overthinking mind loves to read. It just does. It wants, and our ego wants proof. Our ego wants to know the actual meaning and to get it right and get a tick in the box from the angels. That's not the way it works intuitively. So your card, okay, let me see. Your card on the left, the first card out, gives you insight to the question. So if you're reading for someone else, this is a really useful card, but it's also great for yourself. So the first card, the card on the left, gives you insights and to the present situation surrounding the question. So you've got to come back to the question. I said earlier, and over the years, I've noticed that people will just go off-piste at this point and completely forget what they asked and start thinking that the angels are talking about something else. They're not. They're going to answer your question. So looking at your first card, this is giving you some valuable information, some insight, some what's going on that's influencing the situation you've asked about. And there can be some really valuable information in that card. Now, for example, my card, I don't know if you can see this. This is the 7 of Gabrielle. So these are the Archangel Power Tarot deck. Now, Gabrielle, the angel, represent, the figure in the card can represent you or whomever you're asking about, or it might represent the angels. But here we have I see that as me. I'm on the back of a Pegasus and leaving a storm behind. There's rainbow light, but there's a kind of a lightning bolt there, and underneath is light and the big angelic wings of the Pegasus. So it's showing me that the question I asked is that I'm being rapidly moved away right now. The actions that I have been recently taking on this situation are lifting up vibrationally and in life to get me away from the old or the stressful or the situations that are finished. And that's true. So I'm only telling you that to help you to understand the context of what that card meaning is, because in a card layout, the position is as important as the actual card that you're getting in that position, and it really makes a difference. So you're seeing, you know, something that's happening. Now, if you pulled a card and perhaps the energy looks heavy or sad or perhaps a bit negative in that, you go, okay, there's some heavy energy surrounding this right now. And this person, the angels are acknowledging that. And that's important to acknowledge, right? So what do you get for that card? Write something down or pop it in the chat. What is that telling you about your situation that you asked about? Sometimes it's important to know. And I love, you know, like for this one, I love this because it's like, yeah, the angels are acknowledging the hard work I've been putting in to make this change. And I know they're helping me, right? So there'll be nuances. Now, as you're reading the cards, because your channel is open and Archangel Michael's right there, tap in. What are you feeling? What are you seeing in your mind's eye? What do you see with your eyes open? What are the angels pointing out to you? As you know, sometimes the picture will almost glow or jump off the card to get your attention. What are you hearing? Everything that you hear, feel, see, and what drops into your mind during a reading is for the reading. You know, I've had animals appear at my window. I live in Australia. I've had flocks of hundreds of birds fly over while I've been giving readings, and that's been relevant to the reading. What happens in the reading is for the reading. So pay attention to what you hear, see, feel, and know. And this is what we get into in depth in the program. The second card is the action the angels want you to take. What they want you to know, what they want you to do. This is why I love this 3-card reading so much, because it is ideal when you're going, what do I need to do? This is the action. So again, cover the words, tune in, and I want you to get something that is not vague and wishy-washy from this card. What is the action that is coming to you from this card? And we can read the cards progressively. You can look at the journey between the 3 cards as kind of like a storyboard, you know, leading you in a direction. You're going to the angels for guidance, walking the path. So what was your question, Tonya? The angels are showing you the way. So they're saying to you, you need to talk to us, we'll show you the way. Now, if you got an extra card that flipped out from your cards, you can read that as well as the guidance. Next steps for help with a family member, awesome. Yeah, and that's good guidance, Tonya, because I imagine the angels are saying to you, don't take this on yourself. Let us do the work. You don't have to do it, you know, so that you're not loading their struggles, their pain, their situation onto your shoulders. Let the angels take it, and perhaps that's going to bring about a better outcome than, you know, how sometimes you try to help people and they resist you, or they you know, you can end up burning yourself out. So I love that for you. So if you want, you know, just for a few seconds, just breathe and tune in If you find your brain is getting involved, tune in above, go above. Angels, what's the guidance you're giving me here? Trust what comes. So what's the guidance, Christina, that are they telling you to let go of the feeling that it's out of reach? And the angels will get really specific. So I'm trying to think of what I can share with you. So for instance, this card here, what I've been asking about, you know, is being able to do this work and do it at an even higher level, if you like. So here we have Archangel Michael standing in front of the world. So he's acknowledging here the global thing, and I do truly have clients from all over the world. But also he's telling me, and I heard this, I didn't see it or read it, to disconnect from what's going on in the world. Not completely and forever, but just to disconnect, because I've been very concerned lately. And so he's telling me to disconnect from that, and he's going to help me with that. So you see, a message can come almost like a parcel delivered to you. And it may have absolutely nothing to do with the card, but because you've asked the question, the angels are like, yeah, let me at them. I'm finally, I've got an opportunity to deliver this message. And that's why we've got to step back a bit from trying to overanalyze. You know, I do this because I'm an overanalyzer. That's why I've got big lines down the front of my forehead. So a jumping card is always additional guidance, Eloise, and you read it with the you read it with the layout, the 3-card layout. Yeah, so you read it as guidance. The second card in the deck, it's additional guidance. So if you got a jumping card, the angels have flung that out for you as guidance. So we take it as part of the whole reading. Yeah. Some people will just wait for a jumping card, but I think coming from a professional perspective and really wanting to get those clear messages, structure to your readings, you know, it's like you're creating a space for the angels to come in and speak to you. You know, you've put a chair at your table and you've got your ears open, your intuition open, you're ready. That's beautiful, Jackie. So another way you could ask Jackie, and I thank you for including this, what guidance do you have regarding my finances? Get even clearer with your question. So you know, clear specific questions is really important. So we might say, what guidance do you have for me for paying off this bill, or paying off this debt, or saving X amount of dollars, or increasing my income to, you know, I had a student in Angel Communication 2022, I think 2 years ago, and she asked for guidance for her finances, and I said, get more specific. So she asked for a specific amount of money that she needed and to increase her income, and she asked for the guidance. She had a reading, and then she went and into work, and she was offered a promotion, and guess what the figure was? It matched exactly the increase that she'd been asking the angels for. So we have to be clear and specific. And often light workers don't like being clear and specific. They feel kind of guilty and, you know, am I allowed to ask for what I really want? Yes, the angels want you to be clear and specific. So break it down. For more clarity on your guidance, break down the question to something that if you were actually sitting in front of an accountant and saying, you know, imagine an accountant angel, angels, I really need your help increasing my income by X amount, so and also help, or give me some guidance on paying off my mortgage early, or give me some guidance, be really clear rather than general. And I promise you, it will be like it's the difference between a black and white movie and a 3D full color movie, right? In the answers. And vague general questions get vague general answers. What are my next steps to working at home? Beautiful, clear question, Maureen. Take the leap of faith, focus your thoughts, mind, keep listening and watching for the signs. Beautiful. Clarity, clarity, clarity. Oh, we've got people who are friends. Yeah, use the colors to figure out the archangel. And that's a good point. And we don't have time to get into that today, but that's why I recommend the Archangel Tarot decks for my course. You don't have to use them. Use a deck that you love, that you feel attracted to, angel deck. But because there's 78 cards in the decks, and they have different angels and archangels on them, that's a really helpful element as well, because you'll know which angel to call on. So you go, okay, I'm going to start working from home and this angel keeps showing up for me. So, you know, Archangel Metatron maybe, or Archangel Gabriel. And that's the one I can help. So you've got more information. And when you're giving professional readings, people love to know what angel is with them. And part of my process is teaching you how to tune into who's around people as well. And who's around you. Yeah, be more specific. Absolutely. I have a special giveaway on my website. It'll be open again next week. It's down at the moment because the masterclass is the main thing, to the guide to the archangels. And it's a grid with all the different archangels, their colors, how they help you, what to call on them for. Beautiful. Yeah. So the more specific you are with your question, the much more help you're going to attract. And the angels aren't just helping you right now. Once you've asked them for their help, well, you'll start seeing synchronicities, signs, you'll meet people, support will come. You know, I've worked with the angels to build my business. You know, I've gone from having this business where I had a kind of a homemade desk, and you know, I was really struggling back then because my partner and I split up, and I wasn't an Australian resident when I started my business. I was in the process of being a resident, so I didn't have any other income. He took all the furniture with him. I was like literally started from nothing. And you know, to having fully supported myself with this business for 22 years. And you know, I'm pretty good at business now, and I can say that because I'm not excellent. There's always more to learn, but I have relied on my angels for guidance. And so just the other day I was saying, angels, I need help with this next thing I want to bring in. And all of a sudden I met somebody who could help me. I found a book, I signed up for a program, it just all happened. And I know what to do now. So the angels will be helping you. So once you finish this masterclass, go away and practice, because it's, you know, I can't go silent during a masterclass. You're here for my instruction. It will be easy for you to tune in and listen. And please come and join me at the Angel Communication Practitioner Program, because you're going to get not only the instruction, the PDFs, the guidance, the direct interaction with me, you get to practice with other class members if you wish. Like, you can build your confidence, card readings, channeled writing, angelic healing, how to combine healing and readings in a session. You'll get loads of guidance for yourself during the time, lots of healing, releasing and healing. And so we start October 22nd with the first, which is opening your divine connection. I'll teach you how to switch on and switch off. Because once I do a reading, I'm open for the reading and then I switch off again. When I finish this, I clear my energy, I disconnect from you all, and I bring my energy down. So, oh yes, sorry, I haven't finished with the reading. Goodness me. Answering questions, and my mind is moving on to the next thing. So the final card is the outcome. So the outcome when you follow the guidance. Sorry, I looked at the time and I thought, my goodness, I'm going to go over a little bit. So card 3, the final card, is the outcome, and there's often additional guidance in that card. Apologies, guys. So your outcome card is what happens when you follow the guidance. Now, somebody said to me in last night's class, oh, my outcome looks negative. That's possibly dropping into the fear mind, right? And they commented that perhaps, you know, they weren't in the best place when they were pulling the cards. So the outcome is just showing you either the next step or where this following the guidance that you got in the previous card is going to take you. And a really fun thing to do is to look at all 3 cards together, cover the words, and look at the journey. So here we have, you know, for me, there's the riding the Pegasus, there's Archangel Michael in front of the world. And then there's this kind of gorgeous card of Archangel Ariel. It's abundance, it's opulence, there's a gorgeous angel, there's flowers. It's just beautiful. It's like heaven on earth, right? So it's showing you where you're going if you follow the guidance, because the thing is, the angels are always teaching us. They're teaching us that our actions, our decisions, our thoughts and our mindset, what energy we bring to a situation is what we create, is what manifests. And so we can let the past go, you know, we don't have to let the past pain influence us. We process it, we honor it, and we heal it. But we also have to say, you know, I'm not going to carry that pain with me anymore. Through the working with the angels, you can let go. And then we can take the steps to create what it is that we want. So I love that Kelly says, my 3rd card is that I'm surrounded by light, happiness, and peace of mind. Beautiful. That's where the angels are always guiding us, right? Peace, happiness, and light. Thank you, Carly. You say the loveliest things. Bless you. Carly is always commenting the most beautiful comments on my videos, guys. You know, you ever see them on YouTube. Thanks, Tonya, for pulling me back. I love doing this work, not just for the angels, but because I get to meet people like you who are loving, compassionate, spiritually centered people. So I thank you so much for being part of this. You know, I always say I get lovely people at my classes and courses. The sky is the limit. Love that, Christina. That's it, right? That is it. So that's why I love angel oracle cards, because they have so much detail in them, and you know, there are symbols, and that's the language of the angels. They use symbols, visions, signs. They drop messages to us, like divine downloads. They allow us to, they're always sending these kind of signs and messages to us, and sitting down to receive a reading gives them the space to actually communicate with you. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like cards and all that, but it's not the actual cards. Even though we're making the cards the center of it, the cards aren't speaking to you, the angels are speaking to you. You're welcome, Kelly. Thank you so much for attending. So if you'd like to join Angel Communication Practitioner, you can get, just for attending this workshop, we have a coupon code to give you to $400 off. So during Angel Communication Practitioner, you get all of the techniques to read Angel Oracle cards. You develop your psychic abilities. You know, some people are naturally clairsentient, some naturally clairvoyant. We are developing all of the clairs so that they all work together like a beautiful orchestra, multi-claired. You know, like I just imagine them all kind of mingling together. You get to learn to bring through the angel messages. We do channeled writing, healing with the angels. You learn to do some healing techniques. Open and close psychically. We'll do a close before we finish. Don't leave before we do that. How to heal and release your blocks. When I did training, when I was, you know, looking for and searching for training and whatnot, it was always in, you know, huge groups, and there wasn't that support there. So in my group, I'm always supportive. We have a private members only Facebook community where you can post your questions. If you've done a reading, you take a photo of it, pop it in the group and tag me, and I will help you with the reading. I might make a video for you. And I do a 30-minute live every week in that group. We also have monthly Zoom where you get to ask questions, laser coaching. I bring you on camera and we can work through an angel reading or whatever we're doing that week. You get time to practice and interact with the group. Kurt is putting the links in the chat at the moment. So if you use the code secret ACP 100, all caps, no spaces, at checkout, you'll get $400 off and a bonus private reading with me. You'll also get my How to Build Your Own Spiritual Business video course, lifetime access. So the full price in Australian dollars is $2,297, or you can pay it monthly, $397 deposit and 5 monthly payments. But from today, just for the next 24 hours, you can pay $18.97 Australian dollars. So Australian dollars isn't that great at the moment compared to other currencies. So in the US, that's 1,200 US, and it's around 900 British pounds. And you can take that $100 off of the payment plan. So there's just for the next 24 hours, you can pay a $267 deposit to get access to the program. Join me for that first live, and monthly payments of $367. So it's a massive saving. Bonus private reading, build your spiritual business course. So use that code secret ACP 100 at checkout for the next 24 hours. Hi, Kelly, what's your question? Sorry. So if you've got any questions about the program, about the course, let me know. I hope that you have enjoyed and gotten value out of today's class. I truly have given you the steps, but obviously there's more involvement, you know, the switch on and switch off method, 3, 5 life purpose readings. I'll teach you how to do a life purpose reading. How to find the block. If you're doing a reading and you're going, okay, but what's blocking me? I'll teach you a layout, how to find the block. And you get loads of PDFs, like printable, like how to ask questions, different ways to ask questions. If you've got options, you're making a decision. There's so much, you know, there's a lot involved in it. Thanks, Eloise. Kelly, are you asking me to turn on your microphone? What is it that I'm not understanding your question, that's all. So I will send you the replay of this class, and you'll also get the code and all the details of the Angel Communication program. If you're joining the program, you need a deck of cards. I recommend the Archangel Power Tarot, and my number one recommendation, but not everybody loves them. So bring which ones you feel attracted to. You know, you don't have to. I'm not kind of like, bring those cards. The modules, 7 modules, we release them fortnightly, and each module is about 2 hours worth of video or audio. I've made audios because sometimes, I don't know about you, I like to put my headphones on and go for a walk or be in my car learning. I don't want to necessarily be watching a video. So that 2.5 hours average for each module. And we do live monthlies, and they're about 90 minutes to 2 hours on a live. 90 minutes learning, and if you ask questions and whatnot, you can stay on with me. You're most welcome. So to close off, this is the peace mudra. Make the peace mudra with your hands, and then starting right at the base chakra, I want you to drag your hands up to your lip 3 times. So you're making the peace mudra. It's like you're pulling a zip up from your groin to your bottom lip 3 times. All right. Turn the key, hi Kath, and throw it away. You're closing down your energy. Now imagine you've got a hoodie on and you're pulling the hood over the top of your head. Drag your hand over to the top lip 3 times. There's 2 major meridians that go up the front of your body and the back of your body. We've just closed them. Turn the key, throw it away. That closes down your energy. So that's a simple way. Put your energy tree roots, stamp your feet, have a glass of water, you're grounded. That has disconnected you from being too psychically open. The name of the cards, Catherine, I saw your information come through because I've been doing the masterclass. I haven't responded yet, so you'll hear from me later. The card deck that I recommend is Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine, or any of his, I like his Wisdom Tarot deck as well. Where's the camera? There it is. Angel Wisdom Tarot. They're on Amazon. Or the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot for the course. So at the end of the course, you get certification in Angel Communication Practitioner. So you are certified and you will be ready to do. And what most people find is that during the course, they get the guidance in order for what they need to do next, right? What their next steps are, whether that is start a business or grow a business or something else. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Sorry I went over time, guys. It's 11:11 in Adelaide right now. Let's say a prayer for peace and love. Thank you so very much. Please stay in touch, whether or not you come onto the program or not. If you don't join today, the price will still be on an early bird price for the next few days. So you know, if you want to book a live call with me, personal one-on-one 30-minute discovery call, we can talk about whether the program is right for you, if you've got questions about it. It is the main, you know, it's my flagship program, and I've poured my heart and soul into it. I really have, as I have tonight. So thank you so very much for being here. Now, Kelly, who asked to, can you just tell me, are you asking about the program? Is that what you want to talk about? I don't want to. Thanks, Carly. See you. I'm glad that you've enjoyed it. Good luck communicating with your angels, everybody. All right, angel blessings. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Kurt, for helping. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping. Blessings, everybody. I keep losing all the messages. Hang on. So Kelly Hythe, just hang about a minute and we can have a chat. I just didn't want to do it while everybody is here, if it's a personal question. Thank you, Rita. I look forward to seeing you. Okay.